6 feet. Thank y'all so much.
Your music is so nice. I love the samples we hear, like fucking fella at the back. And you lived in Nigeria, if you like stayed there consistently for a good amount of time.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I visited there twice when I was younger, but I never like really spent like a super prolonged time out there. I like, well, not always wanted to, but right now in life, I almost feel like I need to like go back.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
I want to live there in my 20s. And I grew up there. I came here when I was 15. So I was like, I'm not going to experience it as an independent individual. I haven't gone to do nothing yet. But I go visit Christmas. We do like the church stuff.
Yeah, I feel it seems like nowadays this shit is getting like super turned and stuff. Like it's like the whole scene and stuff. Like it seems like it's going up.
Ghana is where it's at. I'm gonna go Ghana.
For real, jeez. I've been hearing about Ghana too, look kid. Hearing about Ghana.
Lost in my passions won't leave. Lost in this past for my own lead. Stress and depression cause the pack of the OG. Lying in the pack for alone. When wolves cry don't hurt me. When wolves cry don't hurt me. I was in the rain and the sleep to the dirt. And your man was in the back. To the nigga hurt me. To the nigga hurt. Did it up in y'all while that niggas trying to hurt me. I beat destruction when the birds sleep. I beat destruction in discussion over Earl T. My mama said you can jewel, let your pearls bleed. Stop and stay in the loop when you thirsty. I've been hungry, still ain't go uptown. I ain't call auntie. Maybe when I touch down, now it's gonna hungry.
Have you gone around to do any more tour shit?
I mean, we was touring hella last year, but this is the first day.
No, touring.
Oh.
Tourists, like leprechauns
tour
and stuff.
Oh, not really, honestly. The hotel's kind of close by, and then we leave tomorrow, so.
What's the point of touring if you're not gonna look around all the
It's
places?
fucked. I mean, honestly, what it is like when we do get the chance to post up, like we already have the homies that like we met, like you know, like me and y'all now. That's time I plug. And I'm like here for a couple days. I'll be like, all right, hit y'all up. Like what's the real moves and shit. Like,
Fucking Dublin, I don't know what there is to do in Dublin. I think most of the shit I've done is like go to the mountains and stuff. But I'm not a hiker. I get tired.
I feel that. They gotta get the like beginners hiking jumps for real.
Work while I'm beside the husband. Just so I can be a person when I'm out of trouble. Someone remind me that this purpose in this life for one. And I don't wanna be a burden, no, it's how we flunking. It's just so hard to see my burden, but without was nothing. See the words in the service, so my God was loving. When we was little in the church, was also a lot of strength. All the time that I was in surgery was the job of cooking. I used to cuddle, was a burden, was not the sucker. Like the thunder, summer pain. Falls and breaking clouds, flooded away. Sometimes I pray the world.
When you first hear a song, like when you're sampling stuff, are you like in your mind already thinking, okay, I'm gonna come in like this, or you just keep playing it and eventually stuff come up?
Yeah, I think honestly it's always a different experience. I feel like the songs like, or even like when I listen to a sample, if it really intrigues me, like sometimes there'll be a sample I hear and I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna hold this down, but maybe I won't sample it immediately and just like have it in my library. So like in the future when I run across it, like, cause there's so many variables to like what even like makes the song, you know, like sometimes it'd be like, some days I come home late as fuck, clap like, yeah, I'm about to just make some shit. Or like maybe it's a beat that I was playing earlier in the day that I just come home faded like, yeah, I just got it, and then write a verse or some shit. Like on Beware the Monkey, it was so many of those. Like even the
Like freestyles?
not even freestyles, but like just coming back home super late and then writing a verse in like 30 minutes. Like nothing I could do was wrong. It was like late as fuck, come back home. Class. That's why in the beginning I'm like tweaking out and shit. Literally just like, yeah, come back home and whatever. But then sometimes it'll be the one where it's like I have the beat playing for hella long, just sit in the crib, just let it play or whatever. I might write a little bit and then come back to it later. But I think each song always has like its own experience. And I feel like that sometimes be helping me, like even with the this kind of helps the songs become bigger like and more intentional pieces and shit.
Even when you were like changing the colors and the lights and shit for each song, I was like, this is attention to detail. When you're about to do a body of work, an album, do you have like an idea that you're fleshing out, or is just random stuff that you kind of try and do a common theme through?
I feel like it's always like a main thing, and then I try and brainstorm around it. And like a lot of the art that I fuck with is like multimedia or like mixed media art. So then with my work, I always try and like think of like Burning Desire. Like it started off as something like about on some Michael Myers shit, and then I'm like, oh, I got this mask that kind of looks like the Michael Myers mask, and then I look up the information on the like history of the mask, and I'm like, oh, like this could look make sense of like a scary film or whatever. Like these times I'm not even having the name of the project, but then I make a song where the sample is like the Burning Desire song. Was like, I'm burning, and I'm trying to figure out what I call the song. The sample that I had put in the intro is like a clip from GTA, San Andreas, and it's from a mission called Burning Desire. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna make this the name of the song. And then eventually I was like, low key, this whole mission kind of like portrays like the romantic part of the album, and then like it became Burning Desire.
What you talk about? I ain't falling for fish, you thug out. If I'm falling, I'm fixing, I dug out. Yeah, I'm all of that shit, you don't know about. You got part of this, nigga, got a gun out. You try to talk about, you get cussed out. You was all in my crib, I'm at her house. You got saw in that kitty, you tongue out. I'm the dog in that city, you cut out. I got law with goodies and thugs out.
You write lots of songs. It was Weary Love that I heard, and I was like, who did you do that to? Who is crying and hearing this shit in the room?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, another one. Okay.
Yeah. Nah, I feel like I don't know. Probably the people that love me or I have relationships with will be better judges of like how I love or whatever. But I think I always see love as like a super like it's like an intense thing, you know, like, and even familial love. And I feel like kind of transition into like my like romantic love as well. And things it also might be some astrology shit. I think I have like Cancer in my sign and shit. Some shit. So, but yeah.
You know your love languages?
I'm not completely sure. I've sometimes I feel like it might be like words of affirmation or gift giving. Like I love a good gift, so I feel like it gotta be like a really thought out gift.
Yeah, something considerate.
Yeah.
When you seem fancy, it'd be hard to buy shit for you. You can buy it yourself.
I'm fucking dead. I mean, I'm not. It doesn't gotta be something too expensive. Like just like thoughtful. Cause I sometimes I'll be too tunnel vision that like things that like I would like be needing on like some regular shit. I just like would like avoid getting. And like those gifts where it's like, oh shit, you was really like thinking about my livelihood. It's like I'd be like, yeah, thank you.
It's very sweet. That's very sweet.
Shoes over their head, it went straight to their pockets instead. How you hate from follow the steps. In the rank of my loudest went. I'm good at a harder it gets. I don't lose, you smart I get. Play cool is part of respect. Play cooler and part of me left. And he's doing all of me left. It was cool, but I already planned. Play them two shit, I'm part of the gangs. So the two just got honor her death. And you losing these legendary credits. To the Zuno, she hardly impressed. I ain't blue about all of these jacks. Or you getting salty and pegs. Hey, you knew when I call you flex. Why you choose when they call me a friend? In the loop, I was always depressed. I got something I brought me instead. I got boomers that brought me instead. But the bruiser won't brought me to bed. I got boots with the story regret. Then my tutor who taught me the best. So the few when you started at 10. Got a few that I got to the best. Lost a few I know more as a bless. After Q for the total press. bread. How you aiming with all these steps? And on the radar they promise me facts. I'll put it on harder than that. I don't lose. Swoosh over their head. It went straight to their pockets instead. Double.
I feel like you have lots of communal values in your songs. I have a lot of socialist values myself. My thing is that what is of most benefit to the most people. I'm thinking like, what's your stance on that? What's your philosophy?
I think I'm still trying to maybe concise it, if that's the word. But I guess my philosophy is also it's a little bit similar in the sense that it kind of stems from like low key. One time when I was really broke, I had some homies that like they didn't even know, but like I would they just hit me up like pull up to like record, like pull up big music, and like they the type that like if you're in a room, like whoever's in the room, they gonna like order food for everybody, or like I'm finna share my food with everybody. There was that days where like I did ask like wouldn't have been able to eat if it wasn't for that shit. And that shit, like the first time I ever got a bag, first thing I did was like go on Uber Eats and then splurge on like hella like Indian food. And like it was funny, but like that shit has like stuck with me since. And I felt like it taught me if you teach somebody how to like I was fed. And I was like, alright, I gotta make sure everybody eat. And I feel like somebody else is gonna do the same thing. And then like, I'm like,
it's a cycle.
Yeah, and I'm like, now like, we like about to never go hungry, you know what I mean? Like literally like we could like cure like hunger like our shit.
Niggas just gotta be generous. Loving, kind. I feel like I've been thinking a lot about communes and just like making sure that your loved ones are in close proximity, you know? And people are very hesitant to do it because of they think, oh, what if you're not friends anymore? What if they annoy the fuck out of me and I want to go? I'm tied to them. But what if you have like a flourishing, long relationship that just is just loving and caring? So I really resonate with that. I think I have a similar thing, but it's more like in the college campus. I'm with a lot of people and we're all struggling together. It's like you're just trying to make it to the next day. And I'm trying to practice generosity in my day to day. You know?
I think it's important. I think there's definitely like deeper like shit to like handle like as a human or whatever. But I think sometimes when if consideration and generosity is like one of your main values, I think it's like just like with other people and shit, because you don't gotta be best friends with niggas, like, but you just gotta love people and like see the value of like life, you know. I don't know, like people being able to do what they want to do. I feel like sometimes I'd be super grateful of how there was a time where like I felt like I had nothing in control and like out of nothing like something like tangible came, you know, like, and I just be like, yo, like there's like a thing that like, yo, like we don't have to like be in these situations like no more. So I look you my main goal. I be trying to put people onto the sauce. No cap. New method.
This is a very specific question, but it's me. I was listening to your whole discography, so I can be very like on my Nardwar shit. You use the word concrete a lot, like an absurd amount. And I was like, why? Is it because you were in New York? And that, I can't remember who it was with. Was Rose in Concrete that was sampled? Wasn't Beware of the Monkey.
Oh, the one that King Carter.
That was sick as well. I mean, I feel like I'm developing a parasocial relationship, listening to all your music and getting to know your life, and I'm like empathizing and I'm having more empathy for you than like a regular person. Like, no one should be mean to him. He's such a good guy. And, so again, it's bizarre to be talking to you. I think I wanted to ask a question about parasocial relationships. How are you able to connect with people and even let them take in your music? Because you're talking about your mom, you're talking about you fucking struggling. How are you taking critique for your music when it's so vulnerable?
Yeah, I feel like, for one, even for myself, like, I think I'm able to, like, it's like, for example, like, I think it's just about kind of knowing how to honor something, you know what I mean? Like, I try to use my music as, like, an honorable thing. Like, now, like, my dad be listening to my music and shit, and, like, my nieces be fucking with my shit, like, my sister, like, put that shit in her Instagram stories and shit, so, like, I know there's a type of honor, but, like, even besides my family, like, even with my friends, like, I know that there's a certain type of honor where, like, me, like, the art skill or whatever, I never even look at myself as a super skillful person. I think I'm lucky enough to, like, know things where, like, I can express something that I feel into a musical form. And, like, there's people that I, like, know that are, like, yo, these are, like, skillful musicians. Like, they will go in the studio, you will tell them what you want to hear, and they'll make that shit for you. Like, me, like, I'm be in there struggling a little bit, you know what I mean? Because, like, I'm so used to, like, my own formula, because, like, and maybe I should be worried more about skill, but, like, I'm just more so worried about, like, how do I figure out a way to, like, do the music thing in, like, a more abstract or whatever way, but, like, how can I figure out a way to, like, better honor the people that I love? And, like, even in that, like, there's a certain type of integrity that, like, has to, like, come with the music and shit. So, like, when it comes to critique, like, I'm not gonna lie, unless I know you to be of a certain whatever, I'm not really, like, like, I don't know, like, people I feel like I understand, and, like, it's okay, like, I know I have, like, weird beats or, like, shit that's, like, there's a long period of time.
They be calling you alternative.
Yeah, exactly, or whatever, but, like, it's cool, like, I use the same laptop from, like, that I got in high school, or when I graduated high school, to, like, last year to make all the music that I've been making this shit. So, like, I've been using the same tools kind of to, like, express this thing. I feel like for me what's more important is the expression of, like, anything else. And I do take the critiques, like, I'm glad, even in my circle of friends, like, I'm surrounded by amazing producers. I'm surrounded by skillful, talented, just, like, and most of all, like, purposeful and intentional artists. Like, so, like, I'm worried about their critique. You know what I mean? It's like almost on some, like, artist to artist, like, critique shit. Like, I'm worried about, like, low key, what do Jada think? I'm worried about, like, what do Alicia think? Taka could tell you. I'm dead ass worried about what Taka, like, when I make a track, it's like, yo, I'm worried about what the fans gonna think, and then I worry about what Taka gonna think. No cap, for real, like, for real, bro. But it's just, I think it's just, there's a world that I know exists outside, like, with my music, but I'm more always focused on the inner, like, the inner thing. I can't escape
Do you think everyone has space and they feel confident to critique you?
The homies?
Yeah.
I think so. I think low key like, bro, like I'm the biggest fan of my homies, and to be fired because they be feeling like the homies be like super big fans of me, which like we be I feel like we be in a place like it's fucked up, but we could get it on camera right now. I feel like the homies are definitely like the best right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I think I'm in a realm right now where I'm like, yeah, I'm just more worried about like that critique of like or like that like I know we playing in like a certain range of shit right now, so I don't know. But I do be seeing people you can't like stop people from critiquing your shit. There's always people that's gonna say stuff. But I be seeing it too. I be like, yeah, certain things I'll take in, but you can also tell when like certain shit can be like ill will. But I feel like I've trained my brain to like take in what's important and like take in what's like kind of leave out what's like the bullshit.
Would you say you were an anxious kid?
Yeah, I think I'm still anxious right now. Look cute.
You're performing in front of big ass crowds. Your whole creative process is very collaborative. You're always with people.
Yeah. I lucky. I feel like I be feeling crazy a lot of the time, but also like very good a lot of the time because I be with people also that like I don't know, like I be with the homies all the time, you know what I mean? Like my music and my life has kind of become parallel in a way where like I know I'm gonna be in situations where like there's gonna be a lot of people and like even one thing I'm working on now with myself is like not backing down from that shit, like anxiety, like just another battle to like face, you know, but it's a part of growing up. I think even outside of music, I be thinking about like when I'm a dad, like I would hate to be anxious. Like I'm like, yeah, like especially like when my kid come like super confident, like and I'm just hella anxious, like
nervous?
yeah, they're like, nah, your dad is mad sketchy, bro. For real. So I'm like, nah, yeah. But I think it's just one of those things that I'm growing with, also learning to like work with and like work past and shit.
Make some noise for yourselves.
You're 24 years old.
25.
You're 25. When's your birthday?
October 13th.
What do you do?
We released Burning Desire. Yeah. Did like a little screening at a movie theater and shit.
Where was it at?
This movie theater in Soho, I think. I can't remember what it was called. The movie theater was called. But you ever heard of Nolly Babes? It's like this like they have like an Instagram page and they like archive all of like Nollywood movies and stuff. But they had helped do a screening at the.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it was fire. They showed this one Nollywood movie. It was hilarious. My dad had pulled up. My sister had pulled up. It was funny and shit.
What do you do to kickstart your creative process?
Kickstart my creative process. Probably a lot of YouTube. Just a lot of YouTube. Listening to a lot of YouTube music. Maybe start listening to samples. Probably roll up. But usually YouTube, roll up. Open up at Ableton and get that shit rocking real cute. But that's usually the beginning of the creative process. And my studio is in my room. So it's usually like wake up out of bed, hop on my computer, just listen to music and shit.
At what age did you start smoking?
That's a crazy one. I don't even know. I guess first time I ever smoked, maybe like 13. When I really started smoking, maybe like 17, 18. Like once I left out of my auntie crib. I already started smoking.
How did you find your sound? Because it seems like it's just you just trying different things.
I think it's an accumulation of a lot of different things. I think like a lot of the people I'm fans of, like it's like experiences of like where I've lived and shit. I think it's just all incorporated. And I be trying like intentionally to incorporate all of it and shit. And I'll be picking up a lot from the homies as well. So I feel like that kind of like be putting together like the full sound low key. Yeah, but I'm very like, I feel like when I was in high school, I had hella homies that was going to like art school, like art college and shit.
Yeah.
So I would just always pick up on like how they work on like pieces and shit, and like kind of try and use it towards my own work, like whether it be like mood board shit or like just like I'm very like I always try and grab from like just different influences and shit.
Do you have Pinterest?
Nah, I do not use Pinterest.
It's so good for mood boards.
I be hearing about Pinterest. I'm lucky not that good on the interwebs, lucky.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like Pinterest is a very positive website to be
Exactly.
on. Yeah, I'll be on Instagram.
Instagram is the trenches.
It is the real life trend. I'll be on Instagram and Twitter.
Twitter is worse. Twitter is worse.
It's bad. But they got stuff on there though. Like they got some inspirational stuff on there.
Inspirational stuff.
Yeah.
Motivational stuff on Twitter.
They be having it on there. Let's keep it.
One more time. I love y'all so.
You haven't really traveled much.
Mm.
This you're touring, you toured before. You're so well traveled. Is it becoming less interesting?
Nah, it's always amazing to me. I think I've always, cause like even when I was moving, we kind of wasn't moving like on some like necessarily like venturous type vibe. If that makes sense.
Mm.
But it was kind of like awesome, like we gotta make this like drastic move kind of thing. But it's fire now that like I could like move around and like see all these different places and like my own speed and like in a positive manner and shit. And like even coming back to London was cool because then like it's like I was older, seeing shit that I seen when I was younger, but then like making my own connections to it and shit.
To me, trying to understand what creatives are doing, I think because I consume a lot of that media affects the way I see my own day to day. Like I'm in college. All I do is program and like read stuff from my law, and it's very confusing or conflicting when you're hearing music about these people traveling and having these amazing experiences. I can't do that, but it clashes in my. Thank you. I'm gonna make that IT money soon, but until that time comes, I'm consuming all this music, and I'm like, what the fuck? I want to do something creative, you know. So I want to understand how other people are doing, and I appreciate you making our time to be here. I really do. It's so nice to see you again. I'm gonna be at many more shows to come.
Come on.
See the developments and such.
I appreciate that. Thank you for the interview as well.
Of course.